3 simple ways to consider supporting my parish priest so I can prevent the staggering statistic of over 40% of Orthodox priests experiencing burnout symptoms that essentially qualify for PTSD, extreme emotional exhaustion that really impacts their function. St. John Chrysostom, when he was writing on the priesthood, said, "I know how weak and puny my soul is. I know the magnitude of this ministry and the great difficulty of the work. More stormy and billows vex the soul of the priest than the gales that trouble the sea." This is in the 4th century. The 3 simple ways are the following. Number 1 is boundaries. If we can set our own boundaries for the priests who are fathers and loving and caring and don't always want to impose on us, that includes respecting when they are on vacation, respecting when they have a day off during the week. A priest is not on call 24/7. It's not someone that we call for every little thing. What color car should I drive? Where, should I go this place or that place? Having boundaries and knowing that they are our fathers, and we have to develop our own way of thinking, and we use them as a spiritual guide by respecting the boundary of their time, when it's time off, and when it's time for them to get rest. Because the more rested they are, the better they can serve as well. Number 2, this is hugely important, is looking out for their family. Priests are seeing us as their family. They're aware are their sons and daughters, so they're often looking at us, finding ways to be with us, spending time with us, and that there's only 24 hours in a day. Sometimes it takes away from their family life. So if we as a congregation can look out for their children, if there's a way that if we're an older brother and sister and we can look for their kids and see how do we support them, whether it's academically, socially, spiritually, there's nothing that could be more supportive to a priest than taking care of his family. That includes the Soni, the priest's wife, as well as the children. Asking ourselves, how do I look out for the family of the priest? Because that is my own ministry. I may not be an official minister or servant in the church, but this is a great ministry that I can do. And number 3 is encouragement. I know this is an easy one, but the most common thing, I remember one priest friend of mine years ago told me, Mina, when I pick up the phone, most often someone's going to complain or there's going to be a crisis. I don't often get, "Hey, Father, that I was really moved by that sermon," or, "When you hugged me and you hadn't seen me in a while, that meant a lot to me." Simple kindness and encouragement. I know you would think priests get this a lot, but they don't. So we can be a part of that says, "Father, I was moved by a word you said, or a gesture you made, or when you came to visit me, or when you texted me, that meant a lot to me." Simple encouragement goes a long way. I know there's still going to be needs in ministry. We're still going to be complaining. We should still be, offering freely in our confession and pouring out the way that we do. But because the pouring out is heavy and it's overwhelming for many, many fathers, these are some simple ways that we can support them as well.